In this video, we're going to be going over the second paycheck budget for the month of June because the end of the month is here. Now, this paycheck budget is going to look a little different for a few reasons. One, I worked overtime, so my paycheck is higher. Two, my husband started a new role at the same company, and so his paycheck's going to be a little higher because he might have worked 3 shifts on this paycheck, right? And then three, my husband and I have decided to boost up our food budget because we are struggling. So the paycheck's going to be looking a little different. If you did not know, on paperbymo.com, every Sunday I post a blog post. So this upcoming Sunday, we're going to be talking about the cost of financial freedom, how money can affect your relationships. It is about money, but it's also about relationships. I don't feel like it's spoken about enough. All of the blogs come out at 12 o'clock. So make sure, and that's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune in to paperbymo.com. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and stay tuned. So, if you don't know, this is my budget planner. It's just a binder. It's just a binder. Yes, you're like, girl, you say that too much. Mo, we know. I'm going to stress it because I just want to say how easy it is to budget your money. All you don't even need a binder. But if you want, all you need is a binder. You could just have a pen and a piece of paper. Now, all of the inserts are available on paperbymo.com. They're super affordable. They range between $1, $15, or $20, and they only get double digits when it's an actual budget planner, and that's printable, not physical. So you guys make sure you go check those out. And then there's free ones at that. So really, I should say it ranges between $0 and like $20. Anyways, new pen, okay, has joined the chat. You can barely tell because I write so hard and I grip my pens, but I got this from work. It's called a liquid magnet. I don't know, y'all. I love it. Let me show you. Look at her. She's gorgeous, darling. Am I going to replace my pens? I don't know. I might. Okay. Ooh, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, you're like, why are you counting the months? I'm counting the months because we're about to be ending a quarter and I really do not feel too successful. I did start a successful guardian, not the one that I first started because they were all dead. I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, she's a killer, she's a murderer. Not on purpose. Is it like accidental death of the plants, you know? Anyways, I have technically done this. This fine group / community of friends, this is a little tough, you know. It's just not always easy just to hang out with people, you know. You gotta really like them, and vice versa, because I have a lot of personality. So this one is a thing. And then I haven't even looked in this. I'm not even gonna lie. But I've been making an effort to go out, hang out with people, do things like that. So yeah, we're a work in progress. But I feel like I can be able to take this off, but I just don't want to like speak too soon because on Monday, the plants will be good. And then Thursday will come and then you're like, what happened to your plants, girl? What's going on? Okay, so I'm going to take out the first paycheck budget and the second, just so I can write on top. If you don't know, I do write hard. I might even write on this one as well. Because I write hard. And we want to make sure that our monthly budget is going to be aligning with our paycheck budgets. Super duper important. If you do a monthly budget, you want to make sure what you said you were going to do for the month, it at least goes a little bit in line with the paycheck. Now, granted, you and I are not the same people that we thought we were before the month started and we budgeted out June. I got to be honest, you know, was I coming to you like what I would have thought that we have been basically overspending? No, I'm not going to go too far and deep into overspending for food. But what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the money for this paycheck budget for food. And then we're going to go ahead and close out our first paycheck budget, not in this video. And then we're going to talk about all the money my husband and I have been spending on food because OMG. Okay. All right. So this is paycheck number 2. Ooh, I like the way that writes. I actually don't even know the date. I think it's today. Let's see. Okay, so we got paid on June 20th. So that's what we're gonna put. 06/20. Literally over halfway done with this year. Is crazy. Okay. Real fast, if you don't know, my husband and I, we do zero-based budgeting. Listen, I'm not telling you guys you have to do it. I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try it. Zero-based budgeting, that just means that every dollar has a job, okay? You put every dollar to work. So if you bring in $5,000 a month, then you make sure $5,000 goes to where it needs to go. That doesn't mean that you have to have $0, in your account. You can have a little safety net, for your account. Maybe that's 50, maybe that's 100, maybe that's, I don't know, 1,500. It's all up to you because personal finance is personal. But what I'm saying is we try to give every dollar a job. Now, do we fail sometimes? Absolutely. We're human, okay? We are human. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know why that's in my head. So I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try it. It's a thing. Why do I bring this up? Because we're talking about starting, and we always say we're starting out with $0 because that's what we're going to do. So first, I'm going to go ahead and put my husband's full-time and his paycheck. Like I said, it was higher because he got a new position. He's like a supervisor role. It's overnight, so he gets even more money. But he did not start that position until a few days into this pay period, meaning this paycheck isn't as high as he would expect it or wants it, but it's higher than it previously was, okay? So the amount here is $1,657.91, okay? And so this is my full-time. Now this check was beautiful, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Is it going to be this high again? Probably not. Do I like overtime? Sure. Do I like my sleep more and to be home and to rest more? Probably. Okay. Are you guys with me? Because it's really like a give or take here. Also, one more thing. It's not going to be this high because we are changing our 401k contribution. Before my husband lost his job, I think I was at like 9-10%. We moved down to 5% just because that's my job's match. This is a new job, but it also matches at 5%. So I decided to keep it at 5%. We're gonna go back up to 9% because we want to make sure our 401k is looking gravy, okay? What does that mean? I don't know. But just know that we want it to look smooth. Ooh, that's what it means because gravy is smooth. I don't know. I don't even eat gravy. But anyways. Okay. So M is for me. O is for my husband. And full time, it is the exact number. It was $3,000. So what I usually make is like $3,050. So this one is $3,719.16. Okay, let's do some math. Those are good numbers. Also, I wanted not to work for overtime. I wanted to be able to work for comp time, but I got denied that opportunity. And I was told I had to work for overtime. So I really wasn't expecting the check to be higher because I was thinking, oh, I'm working for, time off. My job said, you're not working for time off. $1,657.91. So that's $5,377.07. Yes, checking off camera. She is correct. $5,377.07. Okay, also, if you're interested in like calculator, pens, not this pen, I need to add it. They're all available in my Amazon storefront. The link is below. Okay, first thing we're into is our fixed expenses. So if you don't know, my husband and I, we like to split our rent, not between each other, not 50-50 between him and I, but 50-50 between our first paycheck and our second paycheck. We get paid at the same time and we both get paid bi-weekly. I don't know when the next month is for a triple payment, meaning 3 payments in that month, but we just like to split it in half, okay? So 2 things we like to split, the rent and the water/sewage, which is kind of a part of the rent, but we just got it all separate, you guys. We got it separate. Okay, so when it comes to rent, I think we pay like 15 something a month. So the total in half is $772. And then when it comes to the water and sewage, the split is 52.50. Okay, so we got 70.72.50, and then plus 52.50, we're at $825. $825. All right, so now we're gonna take $5,377.07, and we're gonna subtract $825. All right, we got $4,552.07. Is that right? Yes, 5,500. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. $52.07. All right, so now we're gonna move on down. This is where the numbers start to get different. Oh, another place is gonna get different is with Deb, because of the money with the food, we've been swiping our card because we didn't have any more cash, y'all. Okay, so let's start off with food. Instead of doing 200, we like to do 200 a paycheck, and then for the whole month that's going to be equaling out 400. We upped it to 250. Is this going to work? I don't really know. You're wondering, why are you guys eating more? Is price going up? It's probably, I don't know what it is. I have an idea. We have an idea. One, maybe prices are going up. Shopping at Costco is not affordable. I'm just going to be honest. Number two, we haven't been going back to Aldi. We haven't gone to Aldi since we lived in Maryland, but we might have to revisit Aldi because that was the affordability. And then number three, I've been doing the 75 hard every day. I've been working out. Can we say Hungry Hippo? Y'all remember that hippo game back in the day with the little, and you got to put the balls in the mouth? That's how I feel. Like, where is the food? So I say all that to say, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. You know what I mean? I am the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. So anyways, sometimes it's just ownership. Ownership. You just gotta take the ownership. But yeah, working out constantly, and I don't know if you guys know this, I have a pescatarian diet. So working out constantly and then only eating lettuce, you know what I'm saying? Grains and minerals, if you will. I barely eat fish and stuff anymore because I'm kind of tired of all of that. But what I'm saying is I'm hungry. You guys, I'm hungry. So we're deciding to up the food budget. The other thing, yes, we went over on the food like that we buy, but we also went over because now we're doing vitamins, and previously we weren't doing that consistently. So my husband takes a multivitamin every day, as do I. Our multivitamins are about $30 a month. Then I'm taking a probiotic, just got my husband on a probiotic. You guys, come on, adulting. Then we get a magnesium. We don't take it every day, but we take it often. My husband is vitamin D deficient, so we got to make sure he takes that daily. And then we both have allergies and we take that daily. What I'm trying to say is we got to re-up when the time is up to re-up. You know what I mean? And we just buy it from the grocery store. So we end up putting it in our food budget, and we probably need to stop doing that. Yeah, we need to stop that. But anyways, this is why we are where we are. Okay, so let's start calculating. So we got 50 and 50, that's 100. 30 and 30, that's 60, that's 160. And then we're going to plus 160 plus $250. That's $410. Yes. I always try to check off camera just to make sure my numbers are like not lying, because don't lie to me, girl. Okay, $4,552.07. Then we're going to subtract 410. Why do I press subtract a lot? I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I'm nervous about the number I'm going to see. So $4,142.07. Now we're gonna go to savings. We're moving on up to the savings block. Okay. All right. Now with savings, we got a few things that we're trying to do. Now I'm gonna put another new thing, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We may or may not do it. I'm kind of just throwing it out there. My husband says he's okay with it, but we'll see. Okay. You're like, what the heck is that? Okay, we'll get there. But the house. So we try to give out $1,000 a paycheck. So that's what we're going to do. This is for us saving money to have some type, own something, to be able to own something. So this is for a down deposit, closing costs, things like that. So that's $1,000. Another thing, we're giving a substantial amount to our sinking funds, because when we over or under budget and then we swipe our credit card, we may be paying our credit card, but you might not be seeing it in our budget because we take it from our sinking fund. Exactly. So now we owe our sinking funds some money. So we just was like, you know what? Let's just give it like $1,042. Now, going back to making sure our budget aligns with our monthly budget, we set IRAs for him and for me, $200 a piece. So $100 for him, $100 for me. That means we gotta give $100. We gotta do it. And this is another thing we're gonna try to eventually, probably in July, because I gotta do July budgets very soon. I say I, but me and my husband. So you're gonna see that. We're probably gonna try to do more to IRA. So we're gonna be giving more to 401k, and then we gotta do more towards our IRA, because we're still on our FIRE journey. If you haven't seen my certified yapper video, and it was titled Fire and Desire, isn't that cute? Come on, cute episode. But yeah, I called it Fire and Desire because we're talking about FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. And do I desire it? Yes. Okay. So $100 for his IRA, $100 for my IRA, and then let's talk about tent. We are just going to give it $400. So if you don't know, I live in a fishbowl. Mo, what are you talking about? I'm saying my car. She has no tents anywhere. I haven't put any tents on my car anywhere because I've been moving from state to state. I've lived in Georgia, I lived in Florida, I lived in South Carolina, I lived in Louisiana. Now we live in Maryland. Here's the thing. Every state, these United States are not united, okay, in laws at all. Every state is different when it comes to tents. And I didn't want to get anything. I was always nervous. So I got a quote online. It's going to be under $400. And it's not like a really, really high tent. It's just a little something. Because, wow, I'm hot. And I don't know about you guys, but this upcoming week, it's going to be like 100 degrees in Maryland. That is miserable. So my husband has tents on his car. He bought his car with tents. So this is a thing, but here we are. Moving on. Okay, so we got $4,142.07 left. And then we're going to say 1,000 plus 1,042. Okay. And then we're going to say plus 456. So we're going to plus $600. That's $2,642. $2,642. Yep, checking off the camera. $2,642. All right, so then we're going to take 4,142.07, and then we're going to subtract 2,642. So now that's $1,507. You're thinking, wow, you're sending all of that to debt. And we are. We're definitely doing that. So now let's talk about debt. So when it comes to O student loans, okay, and then when it comes to Mo student loans, you are not the father. I don't know why I wanted to say that. And then we got credit cards. Yeah, you're thinking like, well, aren't you paying your sinking funds back because you already kind of take stuff? Yes, but have we taken enough or paid all off? You know, we like to zero out our credit cards, and she's not zero. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay. So when it comes to my husband's student loans, we're giving $0. You're thinking, wow, it's real strict out here. Or me, because you already know I'm not giving my student loans $0. My husband's student loans don't gain any interest. He and I both discussed, let's calm down on giving his student loans extra. We're still going to do it from time to time to pay it so his numbers go down, but not as aggressive as mine, because mine has interest. Now, if you look at the monthly, remember, we're trying to coordinate. We want our bi-weekly paychecks to align with our monthly. we said $500. Okay, on this first paycheck, we said $400, but then we also gave him $250. And you're thinking, well, of course you gave him $250 because that's the bill. But the bill is not even due yet. At first we thought it was because he got a notice saying it was due, and then we went on the site and it wasn't due, and then he called and then they're like, oh, we're kind of confused. So we're gonna just end up giving him $0 for the bill and just say that that 400 and 250 was an extra $650. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna just say $0 in the bill. We actually gave him $650, which means what? We're well over the amount of $500. You guys are getting it. So we said $1,500 from my extra for my loans. We gave $500. So what are we gonna give? We're gonna give 1,000. We're gonna give 1,000. Okay, so that's $1,000, but there's $500 left over, and yes, we're giving it to credit cards because life. So we got $1,500. Remaining is 7 cents. Come on, cushion in account. It's just gonna give us a little cushion for the pushing. That's all. Now, yes, the food budget has gone up, but yes, we're gonna try to continue to do cash. We fall down, but we get up. Okay. And we get back up again. That's what we doing. We're just trying to get back up. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You ever just try to get back up? That's what we're doing. Every time our budget fails and we suck and we do crap like overspend, we get back up. And let me tell you, our budget has been $200 bi-weekly or whatever on food. We definitely spent over $300. And again, it definitely was the vitamins, because vitamins are not cheap, okay? Vitamins are not cheap, but vitamins, and another thing is what is it called? Protein. I feel like protein mix shouldn't even be included in budgets. That probably should be health, because that's usually $30-something for a bucket of protein. So my husband can like make protein shakes, whatever. Or maybe it should be food, because it is like a meal replacement when you do a protein shake. I don't know. We're just figuring out. But I'm so genuinely grateful that we brought in extra money. But let me tell you, sometimes the extra money, I don't know. When it comes to sleep, wow. I like my sleep. I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay, I worked 8 days straight. Well, that next Monday wasn't included in this, but that Saturday and Sunday, it did me in, guys. I hate the weekends working. No, I don't think I could do that. And then my husband makes more money now, but also he works overnight, and that's a sacrifice in itself, because we don't even see each other. We don't go to bed together. You know, life is life. But we're doing what we got to do in the moment. My husband decided to take on this job, and I am so supportive. You know, whatever it is you got to do. Sometimes we just need a position or something for morale, and I'm with it. Will I work again on the weekends? I don't know. I'm a Monday through Friday girl. I am, you know, But here is our second paycheck budget. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We definitely have to close out the first paycheck budget. We're going to have to close out the month of June, and we have to budget for July. We also got to close out our student loans. I got a lot of videos I got to prep and post for you guys. I'm trying to be consistent, but the time she's trying to juggle, but she can do it. She can do it. She is me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.